Preston. I'm your host. And this is the Science of Money, Part 6. Come on. Let's talk about money. In the previous lessons, our chart talked about the no mgmc versus the mgmc. In this lesson, I want to talk a little bit with you about growth rate per year. Growth rate per year. So I have a couple of indicators on the board, these arrows, and each of them symbolize something. So one of the things I want you to pay attention to is that the first arrow is red. Red. It is equal to no action, and no action is equal to the same thing. So no action taken is equal to the same result. This creates a flowback system. The next one is blue. So blue is equal to action. Okay? And blue takes on a different direction. So blue comes in this direction, ultimately winds up here. And so I'm going to talk about that. So I wanted to set the stage for this class. Keep everything brief and short, to the point. And I just want to say thank you for everybody just joining for the first time. And thank you for everybody just returning and that supported the previous videos. We could not do this without you. Keep in mind that we have an objective to teach saving money to more than 30,000 people using our money goal, money management chart. So the mgmc. So let's get back to the board. So it's a new year, 2021, and a lot of people are in the beginning of the first quarter of this year. As I said in other videos, a quarter is 90 days, or however the company structures the quarter. Typically, it's 90 days, if I'm not mistaken. So they have a decision to make, because in this first quarter, there's a lot of decisions made in the new year because of changes, not only with the external environment, but just internal changes that people deal with monetarily. So on that note, so your first arrow is no action. Your second arrow is blue. Excuse me. Second arrow is blue. And the blue arrow is equal to what? Motion. And you notice that the blue comes out of this flowback system immediately, because now the action is leading to motion, and motion can lead to a plan, and a plan will lead to motion in action. So follow that. It's very important, because like I said, this class is all about the science of money. It's not about the end result, the tangible item. It's about helping 30,000 people a year, which is our mission at the Anthropos Group, to learn about saving money and to learn about wealth generation principles based on scientifically sound ideas of the concrete. What that means is that if I have an idea in my head, okay, and then it aligns itself up with the outside reality, then it's sound. See what I'm saying? There's synergy or harmony between those two, and they become one. Okay? So, as I said, it's a new year, and so people are in this state of no action or action. So they're either going to stay in a place where they keep getting the same thing, and it's a flowback system, which ultimately ends up in a growth rate per year, just the same pretty much where you started out at. In the last lesson I talked about, lesson 5, on a different chart where two people start out the year at 20%. One ends up off the chart, the other one ends up at 3% at the end of the year, but with operating capital, meaning money that you can use to do the things that you choose to do. And the whole objective is to grow. You know what I mean? Especially money-wise, because we live in a world where money is such an important function. And so to have a good understanding of it and its scientific principles, the things that operate behind it, will help us along the way. And so that's a part of the purpose for the chart. So let's continue. So we know we're here, 2021. No action is equal to the same thing. Action is equal to motion, which will lead to a plan if acted upon. That plan leads to motion and action, which will do what? It will open up a free path flow system that can flow into a positive growth returns, into just growth in the right direction or in an upward direction. So it's kind of like an option that you choose. So no action at the same time, excuse me there, is gonna lead to the same thing. Same thing. See what I'm saying? So action is equal to motion. Follow the arrow, it comes down here. A plan is equal to motion and action. Follow the arrow, it leads to what? A high growth rate at the end of the year. So here's where we help. All you have to do is make a selective choice. You know what I mean? No action is going to equal the same thing, or action is going to equal motion. Follow the flow. A plan is equal motion and action. Follow the flow. High growth rate return. So how do we do that? The mgmc, which is the money goal, money management chart that we design exclusively for you, creates a tool that's already made that it formulates into this for you, so you can just get on your pathway. And it's as simple as that. So as I said, with all of our lessons, try to keep them short and concise to the point. This is the science of money. This is part 6 in our series, and there's many, many, many more to come. So in summary, we have the red and the blue. The red will equal no action. Stationary, creating a flowback system to the same thing. So if you had $20 and you took no action to put that money on the path of growth, then ultimately you end up at the same point based on the cycle flow or flowback system. Whereas blue is action, action is motion, and we talked about that motion is money. As we talked about in other videos, because M stands for motion, the O is opportunity, the N is niche, the E is energy, and the Y is yearly flow. So we have, we see money, motion, action, and then action leads into what? A plan is equal to motion and action, which creates a free path flow system for you. And that will bring this video of the science of money to an end. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you having me, and you have a great day.